Welcome to the Teen Commandments, the show where we try to untangle the often tangly brains of our teenagers. And if we're honest, of us as well.
Just gonna say.
Also, Claire's like the first stage of hypothermia kicking in because we're in our little shed at the bottom of the garden and the weather's turned.
Got a blanket on.
That's actually one of the dog beds, sort of blankets. I'm so sorry. Hi to everyone on YouTube. That's what Claire's currently modelling. Although it's a posh furry blanket. It was one of them that was a lap blanket.
I don't care.
But slowly found its way into the occasional dog bed. It's chilly down here, isn't
freezing.
So, hi, lovely people. Hope you've had a lovely week. Hey, Claire, on your turn a couple of weeks ago where you revealed about anal beads.
Yes, I do.
They've been on my mind all week, and I keep hearing things to do with anal stuff everywhere now. Sorry to bring up the brrr.
I thought we could have just left that in the past.
It was so funny when I listened back to it.
You did a panic phone call to me, didn't you? I knew you did because I didn't answer, and a couple of days later I rang you back. You went, I just wanted to chat. So you rang me, didn't you, after we heard the edit? I missed your phone call. I knew you were ringing to check I was all right.
Just want to run it past you, Claire. You know when you confess about the anal beads? It did really make me laugh, though, when I listened to it. I was like, okay. Now, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because when I'm on the radio, when I'm doing Radio 2, I can't mention...
Anal beads.
Anal beads.
I know. What I'll do is I'll get Claire to talk about it instead.
Here's aha. And if you enjoy anal beads, let me know. Yeah, you really can't mention that on Radio 2 for sure. And I don't mention any of my other work. I'm not, because it's BBC, so I can't be promoting the pod.
Yeah.
And I can't be talking about writing books or anything like that. But occasionally people will text stuff in and the team will put it up on my screen and I'll read it out. I don't check the text before I read them out. I just launch into it like, Debbie and John are on holiday in Tenerife. And then sometimes it'll be in there where it'll go, and I've been reading your book and I've loved way back and I'm reading it by the pool and stuff. And it's really nice. Yes. I'm a bit like, it feels a bit naughty, but it's sort of an accidental.
Yeah.
And on air, I went, that was a surprise book plug there. What I obviously said was book with a K, plug, but the way when you say it quick enough, and I was like, oh my God, does it sound like I've just said butt plug live on Radio 2? Also, you don't want a surprise butt plug as well. I was like, that was a surprise butt plug.
Does anyone respond, or does everyone just, good job I'm not sat there with you, innit?
I looked at the team and I was like, no, and I thought, don't look. I mean, my producer, this guy's really, really innocent, and I thought, nah, that went over his head. But one of the women on the was like, what did she just say? Because also when you end up saying stuff sometimes on the radio, because obviously it's live, and I'm just dicking about and trying to get a laugh and stuff.
Yeah.
And the French for cat is le chat.
I was going to go chien, but that's dog, innit?
That's dog.
Chat.
Chien is dog.
Right.
Yeah. Chat is cat.
Okay.
Yeah, so one day I thought, just to be funny, I'll do something in French. So I was like, that let the chat out the bag. I was like... And then we did get a few text people going, do you just say chat live on Radio 2?
It's with a C.
And my second bum thing was I've started back at my art class on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
I love it. Really
What's that got to do with your bum?
Well, I'm painting another animal, obviously. I'm painting Daisy Dog. And I needed to print off a photograph of Daisy from my phone. So I went down to the office and there's this lovely lady who works there. And she's got an accent. I don't know where she's from. She's really nice, though. I was like, I need to print off this photo. So she's like, okay, airdrop it to me. That'll be quicker. So she came over with her phone. And I did the airdrop thing. And the only name that came up when I looked at it was A-N-A-L.
Oh.
Anal.
She's called Anal.
Right. So I just glanced at her name and I looked at her and I thought, well, I'm just going to pop an accent on it. So I went, oh, is that you, Anal? She went, it's Anat. And I looked closely and the L was a T.
So typical you.
She was like, that's a T, it's Anat. She's like, but she was funny. She was like, my name's not Anal. And I went, oh my God. I said, I panicked, so I just put an accent on it and made it into Anal. And she thought it was hilarious. And then every time I saw her, like when I popped down for a coffee, she was like, Anal. And she thought it was really good. I was like, oh my God. I just panicked.
I love how you really try and go really quite professional in those moments.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just, because I thought, actually, it's quite a nice name, Anal, isn't it? If I had any more kids. Anal, yeah, that's right, Anal.
Another moment I wish I was there because I'd have just creased up.
Because I was trying to be all polite. Also, I wouldn't have had to say her name. I could have just gone, yeah, I think that's there. But I thought, oh, well, if she's called Anal, bloody hell. That's mad. Where is she from? So that was my two little bum incidents. Things come in threes. I'm waiting now for another.
I think the episode's the third.
How have you been though, baby? You good?
I have been really well, thank you very much. I'm having a nice little old time up in Manchester.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've not got much to report, really.
You're looking great, by the way.
Oh, well, I'm on my skin journey, aren't I?
Oh, what else has happened now, apart from are you still going with the salmon DNA?
Salmon DNA, which is polynucleotides, I now know that. I've had my second round of them. It's really good, actually.
What, are they injecting it into your face?
Just underneath your skin, so it's nothing massively injected. But I get my nasal folds under my eyes and my crease on my neck done. And I have a glass skin facial.
What the hell's that?
Don't know.
But what is it?
It's needling. It's on a roller, but then it's with
not
some
an actual,
serum.
not glass.
No.
I thought it was like a mask, a bit like Phantom of the Opera, like they had like a big mask of your face that they put on.
Squash your face against that window. I would do it, for 20 minutes if someone said.
Well, you're looking great.
It feels really, I feel like I can really see a difference. So yeah, thanks. It's all great. It's all good fun. So, but things aside.
Yes.
How are you?
Oh, I'm very good.
How's your bum?
My bum is fine.
Right.
I've been running around, getting ready for the Children in Need challenge.
Okay.
So I'm just working out a lot. Well, I'm just running.
How are you feeling about the whole thing?
Lovely listener, if you don't know what we're on about, in November for Children in Need, I have got to run 135 miles over 5 days.
One marathon a day.
Yeah, it works out at over a marathon a day.
I mean, it's impressive.
Well, it's impressive once I've done it. At this point, it's not impressive. It's just faintly terrifying.
Yes.
But the main focus is we've got to raise loads of money for Children in Need, which helps dozens and dozens of incredible charities all around the UK. So that has got to be the focus. So for now, I'm just like, I've just got to get my head down and just do the training and just run. So it's fine. I'm like running it's 5 miles for me to run into work. And when I first did it, I was like, bloody hell.
Right.
That's hard. And I'd be stopping occasionally. Then I did it a few weeks ago. I did it where I didn't stop at all and I was pleased with myself.
Fantastic.
And now it just feels like a poodle. I just run in 5 miles and it's all right.
I mean, it's all very well for us all to go, oh my God, how are you going to do it? But actually, while you're doing it now, I am a little bit green here because I'm like, look at your progress already. You are a bit like a machine.
Yeah,
I am impressed.
Tell me that on day 3 when, I've got a chapped fanny.
Okay.
And I'm crying. And my knees have dropped off.
What can you get for a chap fanny?
Don't know. Well, we've got the guy who's training me has given me some special chaffing cream.
Okay.
Because me inner thighs had chaffed a little bit when I had these funny shorts on, but I've not used it yet. But yeah, I'll be rubbing stuff all over me. I'll have greased myself up all over.
You will, won't you?
Do you remember the old what's she called? Victoria Wood sketch, where she was being that cross-channel swimmer and she covered herself in lard.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
She stood
You're going to have to do that,
I'm going to basically have to do that and go slipping through all the little... And we're going to go through loads of lovely villages. We're going from the Scottish borders all the way through to Pudsey to Yorkshire. Yeah. So we'll just be going and hopefully people will come out and cheer me on. It's good training. I mean... The reason why the running's getting quicker because I'm running through slightly rougher bits of London and where you have to like dodge.
You have to run, basically.
You have to run or you'll get mugged.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's like special training. Like, look at her weave left, right, because there's some dog poo there. Then there's a mad shouty man who's probably on crack. And
drop to the floor, roll.
Someone's dropped the chicken cottage. Like all the drumstick bones are there. Quick, skip over that.
A bit of vomit.
Yeah, there's the Deliveroo cyclist. Oh, he's mounted the pavement on a very fast electric bike. Look how fast she goes. It's all part of my, if it was a movie montage, that's what it'd be, getting me up to fitness.
And what did you say to me last night about, what was your analogy that your mindset is?
Oh, it is like, it's a bit of a tired analogy, the old, like, it's like giving birth, but it feels like that because, remember when you're pregnant, you're like, you're excited, but you're nervous as well, but also you've got no choice.
Yes.
I remember that really feeling that each time with each pregnancy, thinking, however it comes out, I've got to get this baby out. It can't just stay in there forever where you're like, no, actually, I don't fancy giving birth. It's too scary. So
you try that on the day, don't you?
There's that real feeling, where you're like, you know what?
Change my mind.
So whether it was going to come out the rooftop or out the traditional, exit, you knew you had to get that baby out. And that's how it feels with this challenge. Genuinely, like, people are looking at me like, like, excited for you, but also scared for you because you've got to go through that.
Yeah.
And it feels a little bit like that.
And you don't know what to expect. You don't know what each day's going to hold, but you've just got to focus on the finish line, I guess.
I've just got to get through it. And you're going to come, aren't you, and cheer me on. I've already arranged that.
I'm going to come. I mean, I'm mocking you now. I'm like, I'll come and laugh at you and stuff, but I'm just like, I probably burst into tears when I see you.
You know me
now.
better than anyone.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't sell it to you that well last night. I was like, oh, you have to, you don't, babe. So if you turn up, there's no pressure. I won't have to look after you or make sure.
No.
I was like, turn up and I could just ignore you and be horrible to you. You were like, yeah, I'll be there.
You could be like, don't come today. I can't be asked for you. But like, no, not today.
I'm like, what? What do you want? But yeah, so it's all happening in November.
Yes,
so between now and then.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Exciting's a strong word.
I'm excited, babe.
You are good. You can hold the excitement.
Yeah, and you know what? I got a voice note of one of my mates, and they said that you inspired them just from your little reel that you did where you were working out and stuff. And they're like, you know what? If she can do this,
did you see me do that thrusty thing?
Yeah, I know. I was really impressed. But
I only put one of the thrusts on a part. Looks a bit like. Looks like I'm trying to tantalise people.
I love how we can talk about my anal bead experience, but you put one thrust.
I put a thrust on me. Real. How are the kids then, babe? Are they all right, by the way? I forgot to ask you. You went to Portugal. When you got back, was everything all right?
I came back to an absolute load of laundry. It took me 2 whole days to get through. And the sink was piled up, but everything else was fine. Yeah.
Were you annoyed by that? Or
no.
I
was just relieved. The house was still standing.
And they managed to get up, go to work, do all that. The dog, is the dog alive?
Dog's alive.
Great.
Oh, and my daughter did palm my dog off onto my brother the minute it had gone.
No way,
yeah,
really?
She did.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, come on,
can you have the dog? Because I've got loads of plans and it involves me being out till stupid o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I'm all good. And the kids are great. And I have had an invite.
Right.
I'm going out with my son and his girlfriend.
Oh, so the girlfriend you've not met?
Yes. She's coming to stay for the weekend. So he's told me, he said, I'm not being funny, but can you do a deep clean?
What the hell?
You want to fuck off?
What did you say?
So what to me? And he went, well, you do the clean every week and you just do it deeper for when she's come, for when she comes. But she has been in the house before, so I don't know why this weekend particularly I've got to do more of a clean than I do. And I do quite a good clean.
I mean, she won't care. I mean, she hyacinth bouquet. She's not going to be walking around with a white glove on. giving it how clean is your house. Like, Tess, is she? She's not going to care.
No, I don't think so. And I think her mum's quite similar to me and lives in a townhouse and has the kitchen on the middle floor. I think we're all quite the same.
Yeah, so sounds like you're quite similar to her mum.
Yeah. There's no judgment, I don't think. But my son wants me to do a deep clean, so...
Did you say, would you want to help?
That's all I said. Just ignore him.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Yeah.
But then he said, we're going to go out together, him and his girlfriend, on the Saturday. But on Sunday, we want to take you out. And we're going to a restaurant that's near us. It's an Italian.
Oh.
And I was very excited. And I'm
This
like,
is
God,
nice.
we don't go out, me and my son. I don't think we've done this.
Is this for the big introduction?
Yeah, and she's really nervous apparently. And I'm really excited. But I'm a little bit... apprehensive because I said, right, okay, so we're doing this Italian, what time are we doing it? And he went, we're going at 6 p.m. and we're going to get leathered. I was like, okay.
Does he know now that in 2 glasses of wine you're quite loose?
He's also forgetting that he hates me after a drink as well.
Yeah, because you're the one who's always, when you've got your mates round, always going into his bedroom and dancing round his bed and going, look at him.
And I'm a bit
it.
besotted with him. And I tell all the stories from when he was a baby and stuff.
So this is interesting, isn't it? This is putting on a bit of pressure. I mean, we'd love your stories about meeting your teenage kids, girlfriends and boyfriends. Hello at teencommandments.co.uk.
Definitely.
And also about like socialising with your kids.
Drinking
with your kids. So what's happened then where he's had this turnaround? Also, it is because I think before when you've met his girlfriends, they've just come round to the house and it's not been any pressure. And, you know, I imagine, I don't know why I'm painting this picture, but you're in your joggers and your sliders like that time when you nicked that petrol.
And I nearly got arrested.
You know, so you'll just relax and being yourself.
I love that, nick that petrol.
Accidentally, if the lawyers are listening, accidentally nicked the petrol, drove off without paying. That was the other week. So, but this, he must be quite into it if he's doing this big whole sort of, we're going out for dinner and we're doing that.
Yeah, and do you know where my conundrum is? Because he wants to get leathered and he wants to drink and stuff. And I'm kind of thinking, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to meet her. So yeah, it's all a bit...
Yeah, socialising with your kids. I mean, I never wanted to be that sort of parent where... I mean, look, you go out for some Italian, get some food down you first.
Yes.
So that you're not drinking on an empty stomach if you're a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Because that does then go straight to your head.
Well, I'm just fearing...
Can you do a secret butty at home?
I'm going to have to. I mean... It's not like the old days where we're doing shots in between drinks, but I just have the fear of waking up the next day and him not speaking to either of us.
Yeah, don't wake up the next day covered in bruises because you fell off a table in the Italian when you were up there. Yeah, don't go. You've got to preload, but with food before the Italian.
Yeah, or just let him get leathered.
Sneak a garlic bread in oven before you go. Just a baguette.
I mean, what about you?
Your tummy.
I've had cocktails with you and Lola, haven't I?
Yeah, so me and Lola have had, but I never wanted to be that parent who, you know, when it'd be on the front of Take a Break magazine, it'd be like, we're more like best friends than mother and daughter. I'm like, it gives me the ick. I'm like, I'm not that kind of parent where I want to be their mate and hang out with them. There's just something so wrong about that.
When you see groups of people out and they're like, here's all my mates and here's my mum, and she's sort of in the middle of everyone, really sweating.
Yeah, in the same outfit as her daughter. You're just like, no, not for me. I've always avoided that. But it is nice, like when we had like the wine tasting round here with my wine range last summer.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and like Lola had a glass, and me and Lola, and it's quite nice because Ben's teetotal, so I'm now using my eldest child as like someone to drink with. If we go out for dinner, I know Lola will probably have a little glass of wine with me or whatever. Oh, actually, I have been out with Lola, but we went to Animax before midnight, sort of early rave. But I drove. But I took Lola and her mate, and I kind of like encouraged them to go off and have a dance because it felt awkward, the three of us stood there. Like, we're not going to have a dance together. It just felt a bit weird.
Just kind of not yet, because she's not an adult yet, is she? I think maybe when she's in her 30s.
Yeah, maybe.
It's very different.
Also, we've got vastly different tastes in music. She's at the moment, she's at Rotterdam University for this year because she's doing part of her degree in Holland. Right. And she keeps sending me footage of her at goth festivals of the mosh pits.
I can't imagine you at a goth festival.
Well, you know, we used to joke when she was little. I'd be like, do what you want in life, Lola. Just don't be a goth. Would always be the joke. Well, that's come and bit me on the arse. But she's a very cool goth,
she's
obviously.
gorgeous.
Goths are cool. I don't want to...
Beautiful.
There'll be people listening now who were dead gothy when they were teenagers.
Yeah.
If that's you, I'd love to know your goth stories with the pale makeup and the black lipstick. She loves all of that. So I used to joke about that because I used to hate that sort of fashion that came from Camden. You know, those big rubber boots with like a sort of 6-inch platform and loads of chains on them. And yeah, I got some of them for her birthday last year.
Okay.
So it's all come full circle now. So she is pure gothy. So we've got such different tastes that, like, you know, the times I have partied with her or with the kids is when we've been at like Camp Bestival and places like that in the past, where me and Ben have got a little bit wavy and a little bit drunk, but all the kids and the teens even all in bed way before us, and me and Ben were sneaking off to go and see like LTJ Book and play drum and bass at like 2 a.m. It was like a real role reversal. Like the kids were all tucked up, the teens were tucked up.
Yeah.
So it's funny, the whole sort of going out with it. I mean, there's probably people listening now who do go out with their daughter, especially if you had your kids young.
Yes.
If you had your kids when you were 20 and then you're going out, you know, when you're 37 with your 17-year-old.
Yeah.
I sort of get that. But let us know. hello@teencommandments.co.uk. I mean, there's no judgment. There's no snobbery in it. I'm just a bit like, oh, it's just not me going out. So, yeah, back to you and your son. So what are you going to wear?
No idea. I've absolutely no idea. But I know that because he's kind of half invited his sister. And she's like, do I have to? I've got no clothes. So now she's looking online for a brand new outfit to go for this Italian.
It'd be easier if she goes, if there's the four of you. That's much easier. And easier for the girlfriend as well, because otherwise it's just going to be you and the girlfriend chatting while
and my son gets leathered.
Your son's which is a bit off-brand for him anyway.
He doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, does the girlfriend drink?
Yeah, she does. She's not a massive drinker, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know what to expect, but I'm just excited that I've got this great invite. And
I can't wait for the debrief. And so she's nervous, the girlfriend.
Yes, she is. She's nervous.
That's sweet. Well, you're lovely when you. I was going to say you're lovely when you've had a drink. You're lovely all the time. So you'd be super nice to the girlfriend.
Yeah.
She knows anyway that you like a drink, doesn't she?
Well, he said to her, he said, my mum kind of likes a drink. He said she's a bit like a retired alcoholic.
I like that he also told you that. Like, I've warned her.
He was telling me as if he'd paid me a compliment.
She's retired now from alcoholism. And were you like, oh, thanks, son?
Thanks, son. And then to top it off, my daughter sat there in the conversation and she said, she's not retired, she's more like recovered.
You're like, guys, I've never been an alcoholic. Can we just, okay?
I do clean properly and I am not an alcoholic. Thank you for this. And they're both eye rolling like, whatever.
So, Claire, it's been a busy time recently because my daughter is thinking of going somewhere different for A-levels.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I'm devastated. I'm devastated because she's at a lovely school and I don't want her to leave to go somewhere else for her A-levels.
Right.
Because part of me is just like, stick with what you know. You know, the school where she's at is lovely.
Okay.
It did brilliant stuff with Lola with her A-levels.
Right.
She did really well. And it's a lovely, lovely school. But some of her mates are leaving and going to different sixth forms. And this is what's turned her head a little bit.
Yeah.
And also she's at a girls' school, which is a whole different dynamic to when it's co-ed and there's no boys there.
Yeah.
I think she's quite interested in maybe going to a college where there's boys
It's mixed.
as well.
Yeah, there's a new world out there that she might be able to.
And I mean, if there's boys as well, like you've got, I know it sounds silly, but you've got double the chance of different friendships.
Yes.
Because being mates with boys is so different to mates with girls.
Oh my gosh.
And it can, you know, and she's been so lucky. She has got the most incredible friendship group.
Yeah.
But I'm worried that it's all going to splinter off for A-levels.
But if she doesn't go, then
if
she stays and it's not the same, and she might even hate it.
Well, I think if she stays, there'll still definitely be a couple of her good mates there.
Okay.
They're all just looking around and trying to work it out, and I'm like, no, because I'll be sad if she leaves that school, but also I'll be really sad if this friendship group just starts to fracture and split up because they're such lovely girls.
You've been really lucky with that with her.
I've been so lucky with it because I didn't have that experience at school, and we do get emails about this, don't
we get so many emails
about female friendships and how complicated
how strained it can be.
And what's interesting is when you're an adult, they're not that complicated. Although having said that, we've got one or two stories each about friends where things have gone a little bit pear-shaped as an adult. But on the whole,
female friendships can be really difficult to navigate.
On the whole, when you've got your bestie, you're my bestie, you're my bestie. Like, you're my bestie, you're my ride or die forever. Nothing will ever break us up. But as an adult, but when you're a teenager, it was tricky, wasn't it? It's tricky, and I know it's been tricky for your girl as well.
It's been tricky in the past, and it was tricky for me, and it can be pretty brutal as well. And I have a friend whose daughter's going through it really badly at the minute, to the point that she doesn't want to go in school because it's really, really hard, and she's got full-on anxiety, and I know so many people struggle with this, so it's really hard. Whereas boys, they're just like, whatever. They just get on Fortnite at the end of the day, don't they? And they're just like...
Just feels like there's never the politics and the emotion.
And it's nice for the girls sometimes to retreat in a group of boys if they're having a tough time, because the boys will just welcome them in.
That's exactly what I did. I mean, that is... So at sixth form, so when I was like 17, 18, I'd literally get into the common room on a morning and nothing had happened, like, as far as I knew. And, like, two of the girls wouldn't be speaking to me.
Yeah.
And I remember it now, we'd sit round in the common room, we'd sit round a big round table, and everyone's just chatting and hanging out. And they wouldn't be speaking to me. And I just would be like, more than anything, it was just really confusing. Yes. Like, what have I done?
Going on? And that still goes on. And it still goes on.
The sort of whispery kind of, or just the silence, and you're like, what the fuck have I missed?
Yeah.
And so I just gravitated towards the lads because, like you say, it was not complicated. So they'd be playing Street Fighter 3 with Blanca and Ken, Hadouken, and all that. I know. Basically smoking in like the attic hangout space of one of our mates called Phil, and we'd all go up there. And we'd also go around to another lad's house who, really sadly, actually, he was struggling because he didn't get on with his stepdad, and he ended up being in a little council flat. And we'd all go around there and smoke and play video games. And his seating was like ripped out car seats out of cars.
Right.
Some of the seats.
Classic.
But I loved it because it was just like I was with my crew.
No judgment.
They never ever fell out with each other or with me. I always knew where I stood with boys. And the thing that had happened, I was like one of the lads that you'd get up to go for a wee and you'd come back and someone would be in your seat and they'd be like, taxed. That's all you'd say.
Oh my God, I remember that.
And like, that was all that happened. You know what I mean? There was never any of that complicated.
The odd dead arm and the odd...
you're just like...
whatever.
But with girls, I mean, it's so hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what the solution is as well, because as a parent, and you just don't want to see your kids struggling with it, and you want the other kids to stop, or you don't want your girl to be doing anything nasty either, you know. So
and also the thing is, if they do fall out with one, I mean, you know, there's been occasions where if they fall out with a friend, what you can't be doing then is be like, oh well, I never liked them. They're a right nightmare, because they'll pour out their heart to you about how this person's upset them and their behaviour, and you're really on their side, and you're like, you know. And then if you dare to ask about it a week later, they're like, no, everything's fine now. Like, why are you mentioning it?
Yeah, you don't want to have gone down that path that you said you hated her. Yes. Never.
Like, oh.
Or we've said it before, and I'll say it again, don't get involved with the parents.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that. And, now looking back, I know where I was coming from, and I know where she was coming from, the other mum, but we locked horns, and I really wish we hadn't, because they're friends now, and we probably will never speak again. And
did you know this? Did you know? Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Are you doing an appeal now if she's listening?
You know who you are.
Let's get.
I'm not sorry, and neither are you.
Let's get them on the pod. Let's hash it out. A special episode, a bonus episode. And so she was looking after her girl and you were looking after yours.
Yeah,
so what, were you toe-to-toe outside the school gates?
Yeah, we had a couple of heated phone calls and stuff.
Oh, really?
It wasn't nice. And the girls witnessed it and they did not intend for it to go that far.
Yeah.
But they told us and it was going too far. For me, it was, and I know it was for her, to the point that, I'll say this, my daughter was saying she hated her life. It was scaring me and it was scaring her as well, and it can get that bad. So we locked horns, but
But there is a certain amount of even though it's hard, that just let them get on with it, because it's just part of life, of trying to navigate these, be there for them if they want to talk to you about it, but you can't pile in and solve it.
But then are we trying to make up for what wasn't there when we were kids? Because I had so much trouble and my mum was just like, well, you'll be fine.
Yeah, when I was getting bullied quite a lot, I think Mum was she was just busy. She was always busy working, my mum, and it wasn't really there to, and then I would be getting upset. But then it was different times anyway, because she'd go in and talk to the teachers, like the head teacher didn't believe us that this girl was bullying me. It was like, no, she's been at the school for quite a while. She's a lovely girl. Yeah. Whereas now they're really hot on it if anything's happening, any bullying's going on.
That's right.
So for your mum, for your, back in the day, parents just weren't listened to anyway.
Yeah. Well, by the time they got in for work and you'd watch Neighbours and had your tea, you'd forgotten about it anyway. You only remember when you'd come back in the next day, like, oh shit.
What was your situation at school? So I had a really good mate when I was at school in Lee, when I went to Bedford High. Yeah. And I was there for up until the second year, and I loved that school and I had no trouble at all. And it's when we moved, because of my mum's job, back to Bolton, that's where I started to get bullied then, because I was the new girl.
Okay.
But before then I'd been quite happy, and then I was just trying to find my little tribe at the new school and make friends, but I ended up just getting bullied the whole time. And I never quite recovered from that. I had mates and up into sixth form, Sonia's one of them who got in touch. Yeah, she got in touch, didn't she?
She has validated my Jamaican necklace disc.
So Sonia was a good mate, and we had a little crew of us. Yeah. And actually, I can't remember Sonia being particularly complicated, or what's the word, unpredictable. Yeah. She was sorted. So hi, Sonia, because she lives in Canada now. She also had. So she had the necklace that you
had. It was the De La Soul. I was like, oh God, yeah. Which are now selling for $2,500.
No, she sent you.
I'm going right to my mum's loft, getting a couple of them out.
So that was the Jamaican flag one. I'm like, Claire, why are you wearing a Jamaican flag?
Yeah, no one did that.
But it was a De La Soul thing. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Annoying that I've got to confess that. Annoying that I've got to admit that. So make a few quid there, get up into your mum's loft.
I'm going.
So I had that nice friendship group, but for you, was it just complicated as well with girls?
Well, I had the dynamics where there were three of us sometimes.
Oh yeah,
and so that never works. Two's company, three's a crowd. As you're growing up,
your lion's mane's kicking in. And that dummy, from that gummy that we had. Very nice.
So I had that, but then I was also at the year above. That's where I had my problems with. That's where my bully.
Yeah. Was a year above.
Year above, and so her and her friends would come down on me, which meant my friends would disperse because they didn't want.
Yeah, they didn't
want the trouble and stuff. So
God.
I struggled with that.
I mean, tell us how your teenagers are getting on with all of this, with friendship groups and stuff. I mean, I'm just grateful my daughter's in a much better position than I ever was. Let us know, please, hello@teencommandments.co.uk, how you navigate those choppy seas. Can we just take a second as well? If you're watching us on YouTube, just taking the fact that we've now got a massive Yaz poster in the background of Claire where she sits.
I feel complete.
We put it up because obviously that's how Claire wanted her hair, was short and very blonde. I know. And what I love most about this is that's Ben's office. And when he's got a meeting, he's on a Zoom in there. He's got to have his door shut. He's worried clients might see his massive Yaz poster on his door. It's so good. Claire, as ever, lovely to see you, my darling.
Lovely. I've had a lovely time.
Thanks for listening to Teen Commandments. We love that you listen. Do share this episode, please, with someone that you love. And make sure, if you watch us on YouTube, to like and subscribe. Is that correct?
Yes, I think so.
Like that.
Yeah.
Thanks. So go see us on YouTube, or just keep listening to us and just share the pod if you can.
Yeah.
It really is as homemade as it gets, isn't it?
It definitely is. I'm going to go and eat some of your cake out of the fridge in a minute.
I made a cake the other day. All right, we're off for cake. We love you very much. Have a lovely few days. We'll be back for our Your Turn episode on Wednesday. Until then, stay gorgeous. Bye, Claire.
Bye.